Hey, welcome back to my workshop. This week, we're going to work on cleaning up this old Atlas tune-up parts cabinet. All right, let me give you a tour of the inside. This cabinet door has got, it's a part-specific type holder. This will come off these little hangers in the back. Not sure what I'll do with that. And on this side, I'm still trying to figure these shelves out. I've been playing with them a little bit, and it looks like they were made to hang like that, so I guess parts would hang on here, or they went this way where parts went back. I think it's this way because there is a ledge here to hold things from sliding off, and there's a lot of dirt on this side. The problem is when I put them all in here, and there's enough to do every other one of these, this is so tight when you go to yank it open, the shelves just fall completely out. So I've got to figure that out. I don't know if I'll have use for those. And I'm still trying to figure out these top shelves. I can't tell if they hook onto the back clip and then one of the side clips. Let me bring you in a little closer and show you. Sorry about that reflection. Not much I can do about it, but there's a clip back here in the back, and there's two here on the sides, and then there's one all the way up here. The problem is if I try and clip it in the back, it only rests on one of these, and it doesn't sit level. I can clip it just on these two right here, and it sits completely level, but it's not very stable. So I've got to figure out these shelves, and I've got to figure out what all I'm going to do with it to know what kind of shelves I'm going to put in there. I think for what I'm going to use it for, what makes the most sense for me is to remove this so that I don't have anything protruding from the doors, and then actually make some shelves, maybe out of wood, that are the depth of the cabinet so I can maximize the storage space in there. So, but first thing I want to do is get it cleaned up, and then we can figure out the shelves later. So. All right, to clean the outside of the cabinet here, I picked up some Barkeeper's Friend soft cleaner. I've never used this before. I've only ever used the powder, but got this. It's about half full at state sale the other day. I think it was 50 cents, so I'm going to give this a try. I'm just going to slightly wet the surface. And I'm just going to do this area maybe right in here. We'll see how it works. Taking a little bit of the paint off. It's just oxidation. Well, it's hard to pick up on the camera, but it's definitely cleaner. So I'm going to get this panel done, and then we're going to compound it and then wax it, and we'll just see how it looks. Well, it's not getting everything out, but man, is that an improvement. Now the blue panel over here was the best one. The rest of these have got quite a bit of surface rust on it, so I'm going to try a little steel wool on it first to see if I can bring some of that up before I clean and buff. All right, yesterday I had to put this away for a while, but I came back out last night and off camera. I tried a few other cleaners to no avail. Nothing's getting this staining off or whatever this is. I don't know. I think it has to do with rust, but you can see here I even burned through the paint a little bit, trying to use the more aggressive barkeepers. Friends, so I'm not going to go any further. I'm just going to go ahead and buff this panel out, and it's going to be what it's going to be. Well, it's definitely different. Looks like shiny rust now. All right, next step, I'm just going to get some wax on it. I like to use this McGuire's Carnauba wax. Okay. Does it look better? Yeah. Does it look as good as I'd hoped? Not by a long shot. So the blue panel came out the best, so do me a favor for the rest of the video, only look at the blue panel. All right, I'm going to repeat the process on the sides, the top, and then I'm going to get to work. I'll do those off camera, and I'm going to work on the shelves. Well, I kind of forgot about this. I came in and just kind of chipped out all the loose stuff. I have no idea why this rusted like this. I can guess that maybe it was laying on its side at some point and water puddled up there. But I'm going to spray this with a product I like called Rust Fix. It will stop this rusting and keep any more rust from getting on here. I'm not too worried about it here in the shop. And then honestly, that's what I'm going to do to fix it, because I don't want to invest a ton of time bondoing, painting, repainting, because I'm not doing a complete restoration. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Remember, blue section, only look here. Ignore everything else going on. All right, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, these shelves are about 5.5 inches wide, but I've got, well, I'm going to say 10.5. So the idea is I'm going to make some 10.5 inch wide shelves. All right, so I did just make it to Home Depot, bought some of the finest quality pine boards I have. It's terrible. Can't ever get good lumber around here. But all right, I've got these sanded, but only to 150. I'll smooth them out a lot more after I get the finish on. I'm going to be using this Helmsman's. It's a spar urethane varnish. It's really good for outdoors, but I like to use it on all of my shop furniture just because I think it's a very durable finish. I've sanded it, wiped everything down with a tack cloth, ready to get some finish on. First coat never goes on very smoothly, but by the third coat, it goes on really easy. This will yellow over time, which kind of enhances the look of the pine. kind of like it. And these will get 3 coats. Sanding in between. So the handles have got a lot of little pitting on them. So I'm just going to run them across the buffer with the black polishing compound. And that's what they'll look like. And there's the other one. This is going to be the nicest part of the project. All right, the last thing I'm going to do here is make a French cleat for the back of the cabinet. That's how I'm going to hang it on the wall. And I'm just going to use this common board pine for that. So now this board with the 45 this way will get bolted through to these holes here. And then the opposite piece will go on the wall like so, and then you can just come and hang it like that. It'll make sense in a minute if you're not familiar with this. I've got just a scrap piece here. I've got 2 more holes here. I'm going to use this to just make a block for the bottom, so when this is hanging on the wall, it's not tilted. All right, got the French cleat system on. Got my spacer here. You've heard the old adage, measure twice, cut once. It goes for drilling too. I just wasn't paying attention, but it's never going to be seen. So this piece will get mounted on the wall with this side facing the wall, and then when you just slide the cabinet on, it just locks it right into place. Perfect. I like it. Okay, I got it up. Had a buddy of mine stop over and help me get it on the wall, so now I'm going to get it loaded up with a few of the things I want to put in it. Well, what do you think? Came out okay. Not one of my better restorations, but again, there just wasn't a whole lot I could do about all the rust in here. So cleaned it up best I could, and again, if you focused your attention here on the blue field, it'll look a lot better. Put a French cleat system on it after cleaning it up, polished the handles, got me a couple shelves made and put in there. So now I've got some good usable space, and man, I'm okay with the way it is. Still less expensive buying plywood and building a cabinet. Thanks for staying to the end, and we'll see you on the next one.